because we got time here. Now I'm going to cut the endives in half lengthwise. And we're going to lay them into the Pyrex here. Now the very butt end, come on down here, Richard. The very butt end of the endives, which is tough and extremely bitter, we'll cut that off if we have any large butt end pieces, if you will. See, this is the red one, and this is the red one. These are the white ones, you can certainly tell. Of course, once they're cooked, the red kind of disappears a little bit. You can barely tell that it used to be red. But I'm going to kind of mix those in with the white ones. See the way I'm laying them out in this pan? So there's going to be some presentation value to the final dish here. Okay. Now I'm going to chop up the bacon, and I'm going to put it right dead in the middle of this dish. Looks nice. Now, I'm going to take the cream, which ended up being about half reduced. I'm going to put a splash of it inside there. Let me give it a little taste on that now and see how that tastes. You see how pretty this is coming along here? Now this dish is perfectly suited for browning on the top. What we're going to do is we're going to take the braising liquid, we're going to pour it on top, we're going to sprinkle Parmesan cheese all over top, and then we're going to slip it underneath the broiler. My broiler, which you're going to see, we're going to take the camera down a little further down this little cooking battery, and we're going to use a regular commercial broiler, but essentially it's the same thing you have inside your oven at home. Fire on top, slide it underneath to brown. Now, I'm going to take the sauce here. I'm going to leave the sauce kind of loose. It doesn't have to be completely thick. And we're going to ladle it all over the endives. With the onions and the fresh herbs in there, we're going to have ourselves a winner here in a minute. All right, we got all the braising liquid on there. Now let's get some Parmesan cheese on there. Let's just put a little, I got a drop of sauce left in here. Let's put a drop of that sauce on that bacon. There you go. A little more cheese there. And again, I'm going to do some ground Parmesan, that's pre-ground, store-bought, and some store-bought unground Reggiano Parmigiano. And we're going to sprinkle this with a little bit of chopped parsley. And I'm going to make Richard, our cameraman and producer, come on down to the broiler, and I'm going to show you how to brown this real quick underneath your broiler. Come on. Do it and say, all right, Richard didn't know we were filming him. Here he is. Fishing for wild marlins. Audio check.
One more time.
Audio check.
Okay, we're good.
Okay. It's amazing I got Richard down there, brother, but I got him down here. And here are the Belgium endives. And underneath this, which is also called a salamander, if you will, is where we're going to place, or a broiler, is where we're going to place this to gratiner on top. Slip it underneath that fire right now. And I want to say one more thing to you. You want to get in here and look at it, Richard? Get in there and look at it. It's in there. Remember, the word gratin means to brown on top. So this is, in effect, if you wanted to give this dish a name, you could say Braised Belgium Endive au gratin, and it would be absolutely correct. It ain't going to take much to brown underneath this broiler, and as long as yours at home is hot, it ain't going to take much to brown under there either. Now, as soon as I get this brown, I'm going to take you back over to my regular spot down there where we made this dish, and I'm going to show you a little bit of how you can decorate this final dish with some fresh, raw julienne Belgium endive, which is another thing that you can do with this item. And there you have it. Richard, get in on that. You see all that brown cheese on here? This dish is starting to look better and better all the time. Now I'm taking you back over there and we're going to take a closer look at this, okay? Bye. All righty. Right? Fresh from the salamander. Okay. There again, like I said, is your Belgium endive. And here are those raw Belgium endives I showed you earlier on in this particular episode. And I'm going to show you a little something about another way to use them for garnish, etc. Okay? We're going to cut the back end of this off. Come on down here, Richard. I'm cutting the back end of the endives off right there. Now, because the endives are flat and thin, we can julienne them so easily. You see there? Isn't that nice? Look at that. Now, I can cut those juliennes in half, make them like half that size, and put a little bit on there. That's one way of doing it. But here we go. Here's some endive spooned on a plate for an individual little portion for one of your guests. A little bit of juice on there, and a little bit of that bacon over there. People, that is one nice little, that's a tasty little critter right there. Now, come on up here, Richard. This is really cool. And no one's ever had this that comes to your house for dinner. You could serve this in one of the finest 4-star restaurants anywhere in the world, and whoever ate this would say, this is really great, and it belongs right here in front of me. So you try the Belgium endive, both in a salad or braised, and you'll like it. Thanks for joining on this one. Bye-bye.